What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stove Videocast. I am Luke here. And today we're here to talk about, we're not going to be recapping a game, obviously, but as I speak right now, the Phillies are losing 3-1 to the Washington Nationals in the bottom of the seventh inning. Oh my. Showing there's a game here going on. Obviously, there's a doubleheader. Obviously, there are two games that were rained out before. And we're playing a doubleheader. So today is the first, not the first time, but I'm not going to be recapping the game. Obviously, I'm going to make another video today recapping the game. But today is a video designated to the Phillies so far this year. And I want to talk a little bit about how the Phillies are doing. Today, right now, we're losing 3-1, as I said. Just not much life out of this Phillies team right now. Rendon just popped it up, and it looks like it's going to be caught by Kingery. So now the inning is over. Now we're going to be going top at eighth, and the Phillies are still trailing. But Segura has been a disaster in the month of June. There's been a lot of things that have not been going well for the Phillies right now. We never know what the Nationals will be. We could still come back. But this year has just been an underachieving year. It's just been very just not as good. We've just been very inconsistent. We've been underperforming. We're supposed to be one of the best teams in baseball this year, and we have not done that this year. So I'm very, very upset about the way this team has been so far this year, and it's kind of a disappointment in my eyes, and I feel like we need to do better. So, I think we all know that, but this team has just been okay. I mean, it really hasn't been anything special. We're out of first place now, which is really frustrating. So let's talk about the team and how everything's going. As a team right now this is including pitchers and everything, we're hitting 243 as a team. And this year, let's talk about the offseason and how everything went around. So the Phillies going this offseason had a lot of work to do because last year in the second half of the season, they completely collapsed. They were first place in the last month of July, and they fully collapsed. And I think the collapse all started once they went out and traded for Asdrubal Cabrera. That was like the turning point of our season, and that ruined the whole entire franchise that year. And we collapsed, and the Braves took over, and we were doomed. And that was really, really frustrating. So winning the off season, had a lot of work to do. Say one of the first things we did was we traded away Carlos Santana, who we brought on a free agent deal in December of 2017. We signed him to a 3-year, $60 million deal. That was a disaster. That did not work out. He didn't really fit into our plans, and we had to end up moving Rhys Hoskins to left field, which is a terrible, terrible move because his WAR in left field was absolutely horrendous. So we had to trade away Santana, which is a great move. That was by far one of my favorite moves of the offseason. We traded away J.P. Crawford, and we brought in Gene Segura, 300 hitter, and Gene Segura. So that was our first move. And then mid-December, like maybe a week after, 2 weeks after, Michael Taylor is now, I guess, who got taken out of the game? Was Adam Eaton taken out of the game? So someone got taken out of the game. Michael Taylor just came in. Anyway, Gene Segura is up right now. Okay. All right, let's focus on this. So, as I was saying, a week after Gene Segura was acquired, went out and signed him with Andrew McCutchen. Now, when we first signed Andrew McCutchen, I was not too fond of the move at all. I liked him as a person. I thought that it meant that we were not getting Harper, so I wasn't really a big fan of the signing. After looking back, I love that signing a lot. I know he got hurt, but it was still a great signing. So that's what happened then. And our next move didn't come for a while. We went out and traded for JT Realmuto. We traded Cisco Sanchez, Will Stewart, and Jorge Alfaro to the Miami Marlins in exchange for JT Realmuto. And all offseason, all you heard was about Manny Machado, Bryce Harper, and JT Realmuto. Where are these guys going to go? So we ended up getting JT Realmuto, who I still believe is the best catcher in baseball. Wow, he's got a gift of a call there, man. That pitch was a strike. Man, he's so lucky he did not go rank up on that. Anyway, he's by far one of the best catchers in baseball. Now, after the JT Realmuto, then we went out and signed Bryce Harper, 13 years, $330 million to get the deal. So going into this season, we also extended Aaron Nola too. That was how he struck out, of course. Gene Segura is just a disaster so far right now. He's just been abysmal. He's been nowhere to be seen. Anyway, we'll talk about him later. So we went out and signed Bryce Harper. That was by far probably the biggest move of the offseason. We had such high expectations going into the season. We expected to win the division. Well, we were winning the division first couple months, and we've just been gone. We haven't been anywhere to be seen. We've been underperforming since the season started, and it's frustrating because we don't even have one position players in line to make the All-Star game. For all the money we just spent out there, we don't even have one player, not one of those players even in line to make the All-Star game. That is sad. That's sad. And it leads me to believe that something's going on in the clubhouse. There's something that we don't know about. Whether that's, chemistry. I do think chemistry has a lot to do with it. I forgot who said this, but the Chicago Cubs a few years ago when they won the World Series in 2016, I believe it was. Harper's up right now. He's up 1-0. See what he does here. Okay, took a ball, 2-0. One thing they said is that you can't buy chemistry. You can't buy chemistry. It's so true. You could go out and spend all the money you want on players. One thing you can't buy is chemistry. That has to come. All the players have to work together to be a team. You can't just throw certain players on the field. They all have to be in the same thing together. A team has to be somewhat of a family. So if you're not a family, you don't work together, things do not work out. Okay, so you can't buy chemistry. As much as you can go out and buy, you could go out and sign players and, make trades and bring in all these guys who are good. They all have to work together. There has to be a big happy family, a big, a chemistry, oriented clubhouse, a positive environment. What's that ball for? How is that a strike? The umpire's been crappy all day. Anyway, never mind. You can't. It's one thing you can't buy. They all have to work together. They all have to be one happy big unit. And I just haven't seen this out of this Phillies team this year. I think in the beginning of the year, that's what we saw, like they're all working together. And I don't know what happened. It's just been gone. It's been gone. Harper just drew a walk. He walked on 5 balls. Wow. Never seen that before. We just haven't really been working together as a team. And I think the loss of McCutchen hurt a little bit. This team is a game under 500 in the month of June. And it really, really concerns me, and it brings back bad memories because I guess I'm having deja vu about last year, the collapse of last year. It just scares me to death. And I've got to hope that's not what happens here. I think going into season, we all had high expectations. The guys that we have least expected going into season, the guys that we acquired, we thought they were going to be our superstars, like Harper, JT, who hasn't been bad. Harper, JT, Gene, and they've just been mediocre. I think Gene Segura started off the rear red hot. He's just kind of settled mediocre. JT Muto, I think, has been really good. Harper, mediocre. Not great. Gene Segura, I'd say he wouldn't be mediocre, but right now he's playing like crap. I think the guys that we least expected to have big production are the ones who have had the big production. Now I look at Scott Kingery, the guy who's hitting right now. This guy has been on fire. I mean, he has over 1,000 OPS. His WAR is 1.3. His average is 350. I mean, he has 6 home runs in the month of June. 6. Dustin Pedroia with more potential, as some scout put it. This guy he's been our bright spot this year. He just hit that one to right field. And Harrell Parra makes the catch, and there's 1 away. 2 outs, actually. There's 2 outs. Yeah, we're not winning this game, man. Yeah. Yet again, another abysmal offensive game. This is one game after another. Better win game 2. Yet again. And luckily the Braves lost last night. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Going into the season, starting off the season, Michael Franco stepped towards the pitcher. Now he's stepping towards third base. Well, let's see what he's hitting. Oh, he's hitting 205. Remember the best AL hitter in the league? Remember that? Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I want him to succeed, but he's not a good player. He's not. He doesn't have a head in the game. He just doesn't listen to his coaches. Just does what he wants to do. What he wants to do isn't right. Okay. One guy that we brought over is Jay Bruce, and Jay Bruce has helped us a lot. Okay. He's gone deep 5 times. He's driven in 13. He's been good. He has been good. And I've really, really been impressed with Jay Bruce. Especially after the loss of Andrew McCutchen. I think Jay Bruce is a very, very good substitute. He's not Andrew McCutchen, getting on base all the time, but he's been very, very good for us. And this team as a whole is hitting 243 with a 322 on base percentage, 418 slugging, and the OPS is under 1,000. I mean, you think that the OPS with the amount of slugging and everything, you think all the doubles that this team has had. Bryce Harper leads the team in doubles. Rhys Hoskins has hit some doubles too this year. You think that the OPS would be much higher. I understand Scott Green isn't a qualifier because he doesn't have enough at bats, but Scott Green his OPS is over 1,000, and our team WAR. I mean, it's just disappointing. Did he get okay? Good. And it's just been really, really disappointing. And Harper just made yet again another mistake on the base pass today. Another stupid decision when he ran on a ball that he shouldn't have been running on. It cost us a run. Who knows if the mentality of the game would have changed? And Patrick Corbin just shut us down today. It's just ridiculous. We can't even hit a thing off this Nationals bullpen. Rhys Hoskins in a 2-2 count right now. Bryce Harper first, and he just called time. It's just been very, very frustrating past week or two. Like, it's been very, very frustrating to watch as a fan. I'm one of these fans where I just get very emotional when the team's not doing well. Like I just get emotionally involved in the team almost. Like, I don't mean like emotional, like crying or anything like that. Obviously, I didn't mean that kind of emotional. I'm just kind of, kind of attached to the team somewhat. So, but that's just how I feel. I mean, it's just been extremely disappointing. It's just been bad, Let's look at the pitching. Now, we all know going into the season, the pitching was not supposed to be that good. I think we all understand that, right? So let's look at the pitching. Our pitchers have thrown a combined 600. Oh my goodness, he just hit him. Okay, hope he's all right. My goodness gracious. 636 innings. We've allowed 644 hits. Look at the home runs here. I want everyone to look at this. 117 home runs. We've allowed 117 home runs. I mean, that is ridiculous. We've allowed that many home runs. That is, we're setting a record pace for home runs allowed. That's a problem. I don't think we expected that. Our team ERA is 4.50. You're not going to win many baseball games. You're not going to make it to the World Series if you have a team ERA of 4.50. You're just not. Okay? And our guys have not been very good this year. They just haven't worked together as a unit. Like I said, you need that family-oriented type clubhouse. I don't think Gabe Kapler really tries with that. You could hear anything you want to hear on the media, Harper putting on a story, hashtag, family, with the PH. It's just a pretty facade, and I'm not saying I love Harper, dude. He's my favorite player, but that's just, some put it, and it's just a pretty facade. It's just made to look cool. But who really knows what's going down deep inside? I know Gabe Kapler knows what's going on in that clubhouse. I'm afraid that he's lost it. I'm afraid that he's lost the chemistry in the clubhouse. I think the chemistry in the clubhouse is almost just as important as the team on the field. You could, like I said, I go back to what I said at the beginning with the Chicago Cubs, what they said a few years ago about the Yankees. You can't buy chemistry. You could buy as many players you want. You could go out and sign free agents, make trades, do whatever, but you can't buy chemistry. Chemistry has to come naturally. You can't force it. It just happens. You just mold together as a team, and everything comes into place. You can't buy it. Money can't buy chemistry. So that's what I feel here. I mean, it's almost like the Eagles, like a few years ago, or it wasn't a few years ago. It was like 5-6 years ago, and they said they had the dream team. Remember that? I'm not an Eagles guy. I'm not really an Eagles fan. I'm a Phillies fan. But I remember, I knew they went out and said all these great players. Oh, it's the dream team. They were a disaster. Now, this team has not been a disaster. We're only one Phillies updates on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know who Philly Updates is. Please go give him a follow. He's the best, by far the best. I have an Instagram account about the Phillies Instagram. He's better than me. This guy's the best Instagram Phillies update. He's the best, man. Go give him a follow. He's such a good guy. So please, I would appreciate if you guys went to go follow him, please. He's the best. Anyway, he put on his story. Oh my. He won only one game better than we were last year. One. It's just, and last year we didn't really have high expectations. So far, last year I think was better because like it was like kind of a surprise because we're like, oh my gosh, we don't even have that good of a team on paper, but we're still winning ball games. Even though we're technically 1 game better than this year, this isn't as exciting because you guys can get it, like because we don't spend all this money, so it's kind of as expected, but we're not playing as well as we should be. We really should be ahead of the Atlanta Braves right now. And the Atlanta Braves have had an easy schedule. That's no excuse. We still have to go out there and win. And we really should have won that series in Atlanta. But I'm still not over that first game in Atlanta, by the way. I'm still not over that first game. We should have won that first game. I'm still hanging on to it. It's going to take me a while to get over that. But I mean, it's just been a very, it's just It hasn't been terrible, but it's just been Now JT Muto is in a 3-2 count right now, 2 outs. Let's see what he does here, guys. Let's see here. 3-2. First and second. Let's see here. And he fouls it. Okay. We've gotten delayed, the postponed the last 2 nights. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Over 2 nights in a row, it's been postponed. But it's been, I think we do catch somewhat of a break because Max Scherzer now, we were supposed to face him in the second game of this doubleheader, and now he broke his nose because he was bunting, and the ball came up and smacked him right in the face, so he broke his nose. So I love Max Scherzer, so I don't want to see any players hurt. I heard some Phillies fan laughing about it. I don't think that's funny. I mean, what if I did that to him? Oh, let's just hit a ground ball to shortstop. Yeah, routine play. Give me a break. So weak. This team, it's just terrible. I'm done with this team, man. They're just really just been a joke. They've been a joke. I just put that on my Instagram story. They've been a joke. And it's very, very sad. Because I'm losing faith every day that we're going to win this division. But you don't turn things around. This team, they're not going to win this division like this. I guarantee you that. They're just playing with no energy, and it really burns me up when we lose to teams like the Nationals. That's what you want to hear. Someone that burns me up. That's what burns me up right there. Lose to teams like the Washington Nationals. I understand they're still a professional baseball team, but no excuse. And yet again, it's another game where Zach Eflin gets the L. Yet again, after he pitches, he only gives up 3 runs in 7, and only one of them wasn't earned. He gives up 2 earned runs in 7 innings. Oh yeah, but yeah, we only gave it. Yeah, well, we didn't give him run support. So there you go, Zach Eflin, you get the L. Yet again. Was that like the millionth time this year that's happened to? I feel bad for the guy, really. We never score runs when he pitches. He's been by far our best pitcher. He has a right to be upset. I'm really upset with this team right now. And I'm done. I know I slammed down my hat. I know I've been flipping out, but it's just enough. There's nothing I can do about it, It's just been a joke, really. I mean, I'm just going to turn off this game, for the rest of the day, and then the game's going to start up again. And I better see a different performance out of this team game 2. If we can erase what happened here, let's go out and score some runs in game 2. Hopefully that's what happens. But so far, this game has been a disaster. It looks like a joke, honestly. That's what I think of. It's just been, we go home and play the Marlins. Let's go in there a high road. We never can. Yeah, by the way, we do have to face Max Scherzer, by the way, in game 2. So I was wrong. I was told on the internet that he wasn't going to be pitching, but I just found out that he is now. So that things could change, though. You never know. But as of right now, he looks like he's going to be pitching. And Jake Arrieta's on the mound. Do you think I feel confident about this? With Jake Arrieta on the mound? I don't think so. What if we get swept out here? Doubleheader. And then tomorrow, Thursday, 7:05 again. Yeah, what if we lose the series? We have Nick Pivetta on the mound versus Strasburg. Oh, up and in. Okay. Yeah, guys, this team is just, can't even score a run off the Nationals bullpen. I mean, really? Really? It's a joke. I'm tired of this team. I really am tired of this team right now. I just have no desire to watch them. When I find out that they're playing, I'm like, oh, God. Like, I don't want to be like that. I want to feel that energy and watching the team, but the team doesn't have that life that it did at the beginning of the season, and the chemistry just isn't there. I don't see it. I think Gabe Kapler's lost the clubhouse, and it really makes me upset, like he did last year. Okay, and that's when a team leader like Andrew McCutchen needs to step up, and Bryce Harper, Andrew McCutchen, JT Muto, Reese Hoskins. That's when they need to step up, and they need to pull everyone together. And we just allowed a base hit. Cole Irvin can't pitch for crap. Juan Soto base hit. We need to pull everyone together, and we need to be a family. We need to be a big unit, and we haven't been doing that. So it's been very, very disappointing this year, and it's just well, we're lucky if we even finish in second place. At this rate, we're playing like garbage. We were playing like garbage, and I don't really have any confidence in game 2. I really don't. Facing Max Scherzer, with Jake Arrieta on the mound, do you think I feel confident? And we just allowed a pass ball. You can't even get out of the crouching position, JT, really? How long did it take you? You just walked to the ball. Ridiculous. We're probably going to allow another. Just put us out of our misery, Nationals, please. So just let our flaws just be exposed. That way our manager can go. I'm so done with our manager. I'm finished with this team. I'm done with this team for right now. I'm done for this team. I will make a video after this game is over. I'm going to have some time to kind of vent a little bit because I don't want to make a video right after because I might say some things I regret about the team. So, but I'm very fired up about this team right now. The way they've been playing, I don't like the way it's trending. It's almost like a company. They're losing money every single day. You're like, I don't like the way this trend is going, right? Eventually, they're just going to run out, right? So that's how I feel, and I hope that this team can turn around. I don't know if they can. That's when the team leader, like I said, team leader needs to come around. You can't buy chemistry. You can go out and sign any players, trade, make any trades you want. When you can never buy is chemistry. I think the front office and everyone has to understand that. Just because you go out and get good players doesn't necessarily mean you're good. Okay? So chemistry is almost just as important as getting good players on the field. Now, I'm not saying you could get a group of guys together that suck, trash, and say, oh, yeah, we have good chemistry here, even though the players suck. That doesn't work like that. You have to have good players and good chemistry. You can't have, it's very, it can't be black and white. It has to be a gray area, gray medium, So that's just how I feel. So I just want to end the video here. God forbid I say anything I regret. So this is probably like one of the first videos I've ever done with no, recapping the game. So I want to do this more often since it's summertime. I have more time on my hands to make videos. So I appreciate everyone watching this video. Video will be coming after this game. So 2 videos. I've done 2 videos today. Depending on what time this game ends tonight, there might be 3 videos today, which would be really weird. But that's my job, Well, I don't get paid doing this, but this is my responsibility, So yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days with all this rain schedules and stuff, and all postponed games and everything. So it's been nuts. But one of these games is going to have to meet up in September, I believe, September 24th or 23rd. I don't know the exact date. I know Matt Adams just got caught out in strikes. He's complaining about it. Stop complaining. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. See you shortly because I'm going to make another video. Bye.